Welcome back for another book review. Today we're talking about this one. So this is Pagan Pass, the definitive guide to Wicca, Druidry, Heathenry, Shamanism, and other pagan practices by Jennings. So this book, the title actually says it all. It goes over a lot of the beliefs. There's the history for them, the kind of how it came about, and then some basic beliefs for all of them, how they're practiced, how to get involved with some of them. There's just a little bit of an introduction for them all. And yet, despite the size of this book, you know, you could kind of argue how much could it really be for all of them. It covered them all. I was very surprised to give this a 5 out of 5 because I went into this fully anticipating a 2 to a 3, if not lower. Like, I really, really thought I was going to hate this book. Like, I thought it was going to be one of the worst things I read for a while. And then no, it was really good. So this book is amazing. I am super stoked to read more from this author because, like, this is one of those books that it's like, dude, I need to own multiple copies because, like, this is the book that, like, once you get past the, oh my god, you're a witch, and then they're like, what does that mean? And then you have, like, the basic ones that are like, yeah, we don't worship Satan, and, you know, we don't worship and sacrifice in the backyard, like, we're good. After you get past those conversations, they're, like, genuinely like, so, like, what actually is this thing that you do? Like, what is this paganism thing? This is the book. Also, if you're new and you're like, what are the options? I personally think everyone should read this book. It is so good. Like, I did not anticipate liking this as much as I did. It was amazing. And, like, it's not too dry, but it's not too personal either. Like, this dude, I think he said that he was a teacher or something, like a professor or something at some point. And, like, it shows. Like, he knows how to, like, present the information where you're, like, learning a lot, but also you're not, like, swamped and you're like, oh my god, and you're just drowning in academic speak. But also you're not just, like, in this barren desert looking for anything good, because it's just talking from the author's point of view only. It's a really good mix, and, like, the information is so well written, and the topics brought up for every single one is amazing. And I cannot rave enough about how good this book is. Like, the author is in multiple groups. I think he had, like, served on, like, some UK pagan thing, like some, like, a government level thing for the UK for a while. And, like, I think he said he was part of, like, the OBO, the Oviates, Bards, and whatever the other one was, that one, yep. I think he said he might have even been a part of that, like, and yet he's a heathen, and it's like, oh, like, I read that and I was so worried because, like, that community is really toxic, and he talks about it and how they're like, we don't want to be included in, like, the pagans, and they're a little feisty of a group. And it's like, he handled that conversation so smooth. It's just one of the best books out there. And knowing he's got other books, I'm so excited. He's got books on modern heathenry, on being a Norse pagan, and it's like, please, I need more names that don't suck. It also don't support the AFA. Thank you. If you don't know, the AFA is a very problematic group, and if you see somebody supporting them, you should run. They're a bad group. They are the neo-Nazi group and white supremacy and all of that jazz. And so, like, you know, the big names, there's a lot that support the AFA. Like, don't buy Edward Thorson. All of his proceeds support them. He's stated it multiple times. So, like, do not support him. He stands with them. And, I mean, if you're a pretty big author in the community and you're giving your proceeds to them, it says something, right? He doesn't do that. This author, so good. Like, I'm very intrigued learning about it. And, like, the history in here was just enough. And it wasn't super biased. He talks about, you know, Triumph of the Moon and how Ronald talks about different things and, like, you know, coming at, like, I didn't know that Ronald Hutton converted. He did. He's joined us. He's one of us now. Because when he wrote the book says that he is not pagan. He is not one of us. He's just very intrigued with it. And now he's converted, which is fun. It's like, hello, welcome to the club. You wrote one of our, like, main books that everyone should read. Hello. And now apparently he's one of us. because I didn't know that. But like, yeah, this dude, so good. Oh my god, just get a copy of this book. So needless to say, I recommend everyone, every single pagan, Wiccan, druid, heathen, all of y'all, we all need this book. This is one of those books that it should be right up there with the big names. I feel like this is going to be one of those books that it's like, you're a beginner, you should grab Wicca Guide for the Solitary Practitioner, Buckland's Big Blue Book, Triumph of the Moon, and this. Like, it's up there. It's a really, 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 really good book. Like, I cannot wait to buy a copy of this to have just for the odd occasion that I'm gonna need it. Like, it's just a good book. It's one of those that you could just reread just to like refresh on the topic. It's a really good book. I think everyone could get something out of it. So anyways, I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it's patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day, and until next time, blessed be.